Hi, welcome. Today I'm going to tell you about the updates we have made to Uku in November and December. If you haven't already heard, we have released a new tier, a new subscription package called the Elite. Some of the Elite features, such as budgeting, document repository integration, workforce, public API, and actionable audit log, have already been released. Whereas some other features like BI reporting, e-signatures, proposals management, and capacity planning are still in the work and will be released in 2025. We do have a separate video on the Elite features, so please look at that if you're interested in learning more about the Elite features, or just let us know, and we can have a private talk with you. I do want to show you briefly the actionable audit log, just to show you that this is the place where you can see all the actions that you have done across the system with tasks, clients, contracts, different type of objects in the system. And also, if someone has deleted a task, then there will be an option also to restore that task by clicking on this, and then there will be a restore button. Here you can easily access also the task or the contract that client that has been edited. Alright, but let's move on to the emails feature. We have a lot of updates regarding emails and incoming communication. So those of you who already use Uku's email feature know that you can send out emails via Uku, but now you can also pull the replies to the emails back to Uku. Also, you can send in any email to Uku by forwarding it to this email address, which is shown under the settings. So if you forward an email to Uku, what happens is that we turn that into a task on the dashboard where you can see everything from the full email thread, as well as if there were any attachments, we will also show you the attachments. The incoming communication you can find under the client's communication tab. Here you can see all the outgoing emails and then also the replies that have come into those emails. You can see them here. As well as if we go to the task, we can see the incoming emails also under the task that the email was related to. So you can see all the information related to this work together with the communication under the one place. We also have now the option to set up the preferred signature for your client portal emails. So if you go to client portal settings, then here you can set also a default signature for client portal emails. And let's take a look at the email templates also. We have now a new set of placeholders called period placeholders. So you can add, in addition to last year, this year, last month, this month, etc., you can also add placeholders to track custom periods. If you want to have a placeholder for, let's say 7 months ago or 9 months into the future, then you can also add this type of deadlines into the emails. Okay, let's go take a look at the tasks as well. And let's open the task templates. Now also for tasks, we have new placeholders. Much like for the email periods, you can also add X months ago and X months ahead into the title of a task. So if you want this title to have 3 months ahead placeholder to look at 3 months into the future, to have whatever month is in 3 months into the future, you can show that here in the title of the task. The same goes for looking into the past. If the task is supposed to capture a few months back to the past. You can now also add estimations with 15 minutes interval. And if in the task plan you want to have tasks that only occur for a certain period, then you can add an end date for the recurrence. So this means that this task template is generated every 3 months. A new task like this is generated. But if you only want this recurrence to take place for 1 year, then you can say that this recurrence ends at the end of 2025 and you won't get these tasks generated anymore in 2026. Also regarding tasks, if you remember, then under the hover option, we used to have only one task, last task that you were working with. Now we show you the 3 last tasks that you were working with, so it's easier to navigate back to all of these. Moving over to the reports. To the reports, you can now add a column, client default person. So in addition to seeing who is the person working on this task, you can also see the person who's the primary accountant or primary team member for that client. So if you have questions, you know who to turn to if you don't need to turn to the direct owner of the task or assignee of the task. And for the reports, under company settings, we have a new setting which says show only personal time entries for members. So if you turn this on, then this means that your team members who are not admins and not owners, just regular users, they will be able to only see their own time entries under the reports and not the time entries of the colleagues. Under clients, we have a new type of custom field, which is called password. So the custom field type is password, and if you use that, then you can store hidden information here. For members, we have added the option to define an external ID. So for example, if you have a salary system or any other system where you also have a list of all your colleagues and you want to link the systems by ID, you can add the external ID here from that other system. And when you download the list of your members, the external ID will be exported with it. So you can easily import vacations to another system that you have exported from Uku. You can also download the list of members with all the custom fields or without the custom fields, so it's up to you. And you can now also import vacations. So very briefly, these were the updates from November and December. Don't forget to take a look at the Elite video to learn more about these Elite features, where you can manage your workforce better, and how you can set up budgets and work with budgets in Uku. Thank you.